Welcome back to another monthly reset video where things are much more status quo over here than the last video I shared with you. If you didn't watch that video, there was a whole ordeal that happened in September, so I will link my previous reset video for you. I'm happy to say that October was much more relaxed, and I want to share with you all of the things that happened in October as well as everything that I'm looking forward to in November and December, the last 2 months of the year. For the month of October, I did end up canceling all travel plans just because of what happened in September. So I canceled our trip to California. I was supposed to do another work trip to New York, canceled all of that. So we stayed home and just focused on really getting back on track. If you recall, I didn't set any specific goals. I just wanted to get back to a normal routine, which I think I was able to accomplish over the past month, especially because we were laying low at home. We did some fun things over the weekend. Owen finished up his last session of swim classes. He actually passed the swim level that he had been in for, I don't know, 3 sessions maybe. So we were very excited about that. We did some fall activities. We went to a local pumpkin patch. I had my birthday. We went out to dinner as a family. That was really fun, but nothing really crazy in the month of October. I will say that though I didn't set any goals, there was something that I was noticing over the past month, and I'm not sure if it's just because I'm getting to a certain point in my pregnancy where I'm slowing down a little bit, but I have really been lacking motivation in the evenings. A lot of times when Owen goes to bed, that's when I'm kind of hustle mode and clean up the house. I get the dishwasher filled up again. I clean up the kitchen. I clean up the living room. I sometimes maybe even film a video in the evening or do some editing, catch up on work that I have, all of these different things. And I've been putting Owen to bed and found myself just sitting there scrolling my phone on Instagram mindlessly, sitting next to Jim doing the same thing, or even crawling into bed extremely early. Owen hasn't been sleeping great, so maybe that's part of it, is that I'm heading to bed early because I'm worried that I'm not going to get the sleep that I need or want. So I'm just trying to get more early on. Or again, it could be pregnancy, or frankly, it could be the fact that I didn't set goals. So when Owen went to bed and I had that free time to myself, I didn't have something to strive for or focus on. I still haven't been great about working out since September and all of that. So we thought it might be a really great idea after he goes to bed for Jim and I to head down to the basement, because we have a gym in our basement, and to motivate each other to exercise, which has been working out pretty well. It's also great because then I don't have to worry about in the middle of my workday getting a workout in. And sometimes I find it difficult. I'm not working out like crazy right now because I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, so I'm not sweating and stuff. But sometimes when I'm not pregnant or earlier in my pregnancy, if I'd work out in the middle of the day and go for a run and would be really sweaty, it would be difficult because I would want to shower in the middle of the day, and then I have to get ready in the morning and then also in the middle of the day, and it's just kind of counterproductive. So working out in the evenings has been working right now. And when we start talking about goals for November, I think that's going to be something that I'm going to factor in. But just something I was noticing in October is that I was lacking motivation and productivity, specifically late in the evening. And that's, again, when I used to get a lot of stuff done. So just trying to be really mindful of that as I'm heading into the next month. For the month of November, laying low again. We're not going to travel for Thanksgiving this year. We are going to stay here. Same with Christmas and Hanukkah. We're going to stay here through the rest of the year. So there are the holidays to look forward to. It's just a really busy time, I'm sure, for everyone. I'm sure you can relate to that. And though we don't have a lot on the calendar right now, I just know it's going to fill up, especially towards the back half of November as we start getting towards the holidays. And I think we can just jump into the goals that I have for the month. I want to start with personal goals because with a baby coming near the end of the year, there's just so much to do. So I'm going to start working through that baby checklist like crazy, and I need to start packing a hospital bag, need to start pulling out all of our old baby items. We need to figure out how to set up our stroller for it to be a double stroller. I need to get the car seat installs all figured out. Oh, one other thing, we might have like a mini baby shower, baby sprinkle. So there might be some other things involved with that, but it is just going to be major baby prep time. So that's going to be something I'm going to focus on. And I've shared before that I have a specific list of everything that I want to get done every single week. So I'm going to be knocking through that in the month of November. I also want to stay on top of exercise. So I am going to set another exercise goal and try to work out at least 5 times a week. I think it's attainable with Jim and I tag teaming things and motivating each other. And then we still typically go to the gym on the weekends where they have childcare. That's usually a no-brainer for us. The only difficulty might be with holidays and closures for the gym and things like that if we don't have somebody to watch Owen. So I will still try and do 5 days a week, and I think that's attainable and not too crazy. Also, another personal thing is that we want to work on potty training over here. We tried doing a little bit of that over last weekend, and unfortunately it actually went very, very well. He did a great job, and then went to school and things went straight downhill. So if you have specific experience and you've had a toddler and you've potty trained them and they were at daycare or school or whatever and did a great job at home but didn't do a great job when they weren't with you, give me tips. I would love to learn. I'm thinking maybe Thanksgiving might be a great time because there's a lot of time at home that we can really nail it down. If not, no big deal. He's still really young. He's not even 2 yet. So there's plenty of time and we're just not planning on pushing it, but something that we want to work on with him this month for sure. I'm also going to add on that goal of not mindlessly scrolling my phone. I think that applies to throughout the day as well as in the evening time. I'm hoping that the proactive step of exercising with Jim in the evening will take away some of that time that I would have just to sit there. But otherwise, I just want to focus on not mindlessly scrolling. I think the other thing that I'm going to start doing, and maybe call me crazy, but I want to start doing a little bit more decluttering and reorganizing of the house, just having one of those moments. And I kind of want to start going like drawer by drawer, space by space. And even if I just open one drawer a day and give it a quick organize and refresh and maybe a little bit of a declutter, I kind of think that would be really fun. And as we switch into my business goals, that's going to roll over because I'm thinking of sharing just like the daily quick refreshes that I'm doing in my space and how I'm staying on top of things. So that's kind of something I'm thinking through right now. I don't know if daily is going to be attainable. I'm going to put that as my goal. It might be really lofty. And when we check in at the end of the month, we'll see how it went, but that's going to be the goal and we'll see how it goes. So transitioning over to my business goals, I think that's going to be one of them. I have been horrible about sharing more so short form content specific to Instagram. I haven't shared a lot of posts or reels. I've been doing a lot more stories and sharing that way, but haven't done a lot of posts. And if I'm doing these refreshes and reorganizing of little spaces, I just think that might be kind of fun to share. So I am going to try and film 4 reels a week. I am also going to try and film 4 YouTube videos a week. So I publish 3 YouTube videos a week. I do 2 on this channel on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And then on my Sophisticated Motherhood channel, I do post a video every single Monday. So that's 3 a week. I'm again gonna have a baby soon and I want to be able to give myself a break. So if I'm filming 4 videos a week, then I'm slowly chipping away at it and getting ahead of things. And I am a few videos ahead right now. I have some more filmed in advance of this. A couple of the November videos that I want to publish, I've already filmed. So I am giving myself a little bit of a buffer, but I want to continue to give myself more. If I film more than 4 videos in a week, that would be awesome. But 4 is the goal. And you'll notice I didn't say how often I was going to post those things, post the videos or post the Instagram content because I'm trying to stock things up. The other thing that I am going to start to work on is the Sophisticated Declutter for 2024. If you've followed me for a while, you know that every year we do a 6-month declutter of our entire homes. And so to be completely transparent with you, some of the refreshes of spaces that I might do, I might be filming some of that content and saving it for when we do the 2024 sophisticated declutter, because I'll have a newborn and want to still go through everything, but I might give myself a little bit of a jump start in making that content and going through my space. So I'm going to start to replan any changes that I want to make for the next year, any resources I want to make available, all of that stuff. I do already have an ebook that I have available on my website if you're interested in that. But other than that, I will be giving more information, most likely in the month of December, to prep everyone who wants to declutter their entire house with me in 2024. The other thing that I want to happen for my business in November is I want to run a Black Friday sale on my products. So I need to nail down what type of sale I'm going to do, what dates I'm going to do, how I'm going to promote it, and hopefully help get some products out that people are interested in before the holidays get too crazy and before I have a baby. It'll just be a lot easier to fulfill products around Thanksgiving time and around Black Friday. So stay tuned for a sale if you've been looking at getting any microfiber cloths, custom labels, glass spray bottles. I have my daily, weekly, and to-do list planner pads and notepads, my glass dry erase boards that I love writing to-do lists on. So many great products, and there will be a sale in November, so pay attention and I will be posting about it. And then the last business goal is I really need to go through my business email and get it just a little bit more organized and clean it out more. It has been very difficult to stay on top of things, so I want to proactively go in there and organize it and delete emails I don't need, but I also want to be more conscious of when I'm getting emails, making sure that I'm unsubscribing from things. If I'm subscribed to something that I don't want to be subscribed to, I could also do that with my personal email, but I'm really going to focus on my business email and reporting spam and things like that on my business email. If you are somebody like me who does stuff on social media, the amount of crazy stuff that I get on my business email, I cannot even describe to you. So many promotions and spam emails. It is like anything I have ever seen. So I want to try and weed through that a little bit. But other than that, I'm not gonna go crazy. Again, things get busy around the holidays. We still have December to finish out a few more goals before the end of the year. I would love to hear your goals. Maybe you're planning November and December and trying to get a lot of stuff done before the end of the year and mushing them together. That's a great way to look at things as well. The other thing that we're gonna do before I say goodbye is we are gonna pop into my bathroom and my laundry room, and I'm gonna show you the products that I used up for the month. For my bathroom products that I used up, I have my Ziploc bag like I always do. It is pretty full. And one thing I wanted to talk about quickly before I go into it is some of these things are things that I'm constantly repurchasing, and it's not making as big of a dent in my collection as opposed to others that are maybe beauty samples that I got or fun, frivolous things, which I'll start with one of those examples first. Those are the things I'm really trying to focus on because I want my bathroom collection to get smaller. And as I've shared, it has made a lot of progress. I've opened up an entire drawer. I have a cabinet in here or a shelf on the cabinet that's opened up. So lots of progress, and maybe I'll do like an updated bathroom tour or maybe another declutter or something coming up in the new year, and we can talk more about it. But in terms of what I used up, one of the frivolous things I was talking about, I bought these Patchology foot pedicure peels. I want to say not this past summer, but the summer before, and I finally used up the last one. I really do like them, but it's not a necessity for me to have these around. So before I filmed this video, I just decided I am going to put the last one on, get one more thing that I can throw away. Again, I would highly recommend them. I did learn this time, because it's the first time I've done the peel while having a gel polish pedicure on, that the peel peels away gel polish. Haven't had that issue in the past. Luckily, it was just a gel manicure I did at home, so not a big deal. But keep that in mind if you do purchase these and give them a shot. I had a toner that I used up. This thing took forever to use up. I did really like it, and I have a lot of toner pads that I need to use up. And I'm so lazy about using face wash and have face wash I need to use up. So this isn't gonna be something I repurchase either. It's just gonna come out of my collection. I'm gonna keep making a dent in other things that I have. I used up a bag of Epsom salts. This is something that I do replace, so I don't have any backup Epsom salts. Once I finish these, then I purchase another one, so it's not really getting anything out of my collection because once I finish one, I repurchase it right away. I finished up a Kopari deodorant. This is my favorite natural deodorant, and I've bought bulk packs of these at the Nordstrom anniversary sale every summer. I have a lot of these to work through, so this is great to move through those because I'm not going to buy a new one right away. Just keep getting through the collection. I have a couple of mini products, the little toothpaste that the dentist gives you. I did a little bit of traveling, so I used that up. I also have a CeraVe facial moisturizer. Don't know where I got this or when I got it, but samples are so satisfying to work through. Then I used up a mascara. I want to say I have one mini mascara left and maybe a couple other full-size ones. So getting through that part of my collection. And then the last two things, I used up a facial powder. I have one other powder left. And then I used up this nail lacquer thinner. This stuff is incredible. If you do your nails at home and you have a lot of nail polish and you don't get around to using it very often and it gets dried up or just it gets dried up for whatever the reason might be, do not throw it away. You're gonna save so much money by buying this nail lacquer thinner. It gives new life to your nail polish that's drying out. So I buy this and get great longevity with my polishes that I have at home. That is it. Let's run to the laundry room and see the cleaning products I used up. Last but not least, we're in my laundry room. This is where I've been storing all of the cleaning products I've used up. I have a few fall-themed cleaning products that I've used up from Mrs. Meyer's, which is pretty good timing. We're getting to the close of fall. I think I'm going to decorate for winter pretty early here. So I'm probably gonna switch over my dish soap and hand soap like I do in the kitchen to bring in some of the new season, even though it's not quite winter time yet. The apple cider scent from Mrs. Meyer's is one that I really enjoy, and I do repurchase this year after year. I have one backup set. When we first moved into this house 2 years ago, I bought a few sets of them on a big sale and just have one of each of those scents for next fall to work through so I can still use them a little bit more and then store them more for next year. Then, okay, this is one of my favorite things ever. This is Antica Farmacita. I don't know. I'll try and find a link to it, but it's the Prosecco scent of this reed diffuser. I got it from the Nordstrom sale, which I keep mentioning. I love the Nordstrom sale every summer, but I bought this a long time ago and I used to repurchase it every Nordstrom sale. They didn't have it this past year, so I wasn't able to get another one. I, again, will try and find a link to it elsewhere, but this scent is just one of my favorites. The reeds still smell like it, so I don't want to throw it away, but of course I am. We're getting rid of clutter here, but if you're looking for a reed diffuser and you like reed diffusers, this is the best one by far that I have ever found. Then a couple more things here. I used up a Dawn Power Wash. I don't use this stuff very often. I did use it to clean out my oven. I don't want to use really harsh oven cleaners right now because I am pregnant and in general, I just don't like using them. And the Dawn cuts through the grease. This power wash, I've heard things about how it's the same as Dawn dish soap, just with a couple of added ingredients like water and something else maybe, and you can do a DIY version of it. I had one refill that is maybe their more natural version of it, so I'm gonna give that a try next and put that onto my spray bottle once I took this old one off. And then I know I do try and do more natural products, which a lot of these ones that I used up this month are not on the more natural end. I've switched over all of my laundry detergents to mostly be scent-free and fragrance-free cleaning products and just looking at all of the ingredients and being really conscious of it. Downy is not one of those things that's a more natural, healthy product for your family necessarily, but this is their rinse and refresh. I bought 2 of them a while ago, so I still have one other one, and this is a lavender scent. The other one's more of a fresh scent, I think. And I was noticing just some of my clothing felt like it needed a little refresh, specifically workout clothing. I was thinking about trying to do some laundry stripping. I also had an issue with the guest room duvet and sheets where I washed it with a laundry detergent that I ended up hating and could not get that scent out. So this stuff did really help, but it's full of artificial fragrances and stuff. So if that bothers you, I would not purchase that. If you are somebody who typically uses like a Downy or Tide, Gain, that type of brands of laundry detergent, and you like having fabric softener and refreshers and scent beads and all of that, you'd probably really like this because it did do a good job of freshening up the scent of clothing that felt like I could not get whatever scent out of it. So give this a try or don't if it's not for you. That is it. I'm gonna throw that stuff away as well as my bathroom products. So excited for the last 2 months of the year. I hope you are as well. And until next time, I will see you all later.